I've no concept of what you face.
Take it for analysis.
Stop.
Try!
Now, show our guests some courtesy. Captain, what a pleasure to meet face to face. I am Arnim Zola. How wonderful that you have awoken in time for me to show off my laboratory facilities. I trust Iron Cross is treating you gently? I'm afraid he was a bit over-eager earlier.
His condition is adequate for our purposes.
Oh, how rude of me. Captain, this is Madam Hydra, our highest-ranking lieutenant. She commands the detention area. I would imagine you've never met a woman so powerful in your small-minded military, huh?
I know a lady named Peggy who'd love to show you how wrong.
Struggle all you like. It will do you no good. But I find it quite amusing. Your weakness disturbs you. Zola drained quite a bit of your blood for his experiments. By the time your strength returns, of course, you'll have outlived your usefulness.
Not necessarily, madam. There's really no need for this unpleasantness, Captain. We have a great deal in common. I seek perfection, and you embody it. We should be allies, you and I.
Go to hell.
Oh, no, my friend. That would be you. The late Dr. Erskine was a brilliant man. I have worked to recreate his super soldier serum for some time now, using fragmentary notes and samples of the Red Skull's blood. But they represent his early efforts, and my results have been flawed. But now, with your kind cooperation, using your blood samples and the observations I have made of you in combat, surely you realize you have only survived this long because I wished to test your capabilities. I finally have the missing pieces I need to perfect the serum, to complete Project Masterman, to create an army of Hydra agents as powerful as you.
Then he is mine.
No, not yet, I'm afraid. I need him intact until my research is complete. Keep him secured, but unharmed.
We'll meet again soon enough. In the meantime, I have other guests to attend to. I wouldn't want your friends to feel neglected. Zola doesn't object if I break them.
That'll come in handy.
I expected Zola to throw tantrums like the man-child he is when his experiments were halted. However, he has shown me character I did not realize he had by immersing himself in the Zemo library with unbridled zeal. The collected wisdom of my ancestors can only benefit one of his low character, even if he can never hope to fully comprehend the qualities of one born to nobility.
The Americans escaped! Stop them!
Attention all prison-level security. Report to the isolation block immediately. It seems our guest was unhappy with his accommodation. Show him how much safer he is in his stead.
Radio.
Zola and the Skull are quite taken with my family history, inquiring often about prior Barons Zemo. Like children begging for bedtime stories. They ask after the tales behind each of the treasures stored in the trophy room. I have kept to myself the indiscretions of Hilliard Zemo, 8th of our line, who foolishly harbored notions of using our resources to educate the peasantry. And yet now I understand, if not condone his goals. One does derive satisfaction from seeing inferior minds attempt to better themselves, even when such efforts are inevitably restricted by the breeding of those undertaking them.
I have placed a most ambitious woman in charge of the cell blocks. Current mores dictate that women are delicate flowers, best used to breed the next generation of perfection. As a scholar, I know this to be nonsense. History is rife with accounts of female warriors, and I believe we have one here. At my suggestion, the rank of Madam Hydra has been awarded to this young lady. She declines genetic augmentation. Certain stereotypes, such as a woman's vanity, are after all true, but she has commissioned exotic ordnance from my labs. I was able to shrink the mechanisms of 2 fully automatic high-powered rifles to the size of a pair of pistols. Again, too costly for mass production, but when she made her request, I could not refuse. She shows a natural affinity for chemistry, specifically the use of toxins. The prisoners provide a ready source of test subjects for her imaginative research. I have given her leave to experiment as she wishes, provided they remain alive and healthy enough for my work. True, there have been accidents, but the sparkle in her eyes on these occasions, it's its own reward.
Rogers to base, come in. Over.
Captain, it's Peggy. Thank God you're alive. What's your status?
I'm in a prison complex. Probably underground. They took the shield and my supply belt. Has there been any word from the invaders?
They all bailed out before the crash. Dernier, Gabriel, and Marita have set up some small artillery on a nearby hillside. They said Bucky, Falsworth, and Dugan bailed out over the castle.
Then Madam Hydra's got them. They're probably nearby.
I know how you feel, but be careful. Fighting without your shield will take getting used to.
I'm gonna search the area. Try to determine where they're being held. Radio Marita and tell him to stand by for coordinates. From what I've seen down there, I may need that artillery. Rogers, out.
Attention cell block security. I'm authorizing the use of advanced weaponry. All safety protocols are listed. Deploy the wardens immediately.
On your knees.
You're a big one.
How many of you imbeciles
Stop where you are!
to stop one man? Take him down!
Pointless bodies!
Looks familiar. I I think the lab Zola dragged me through is on the other side, and I'm betting my shield is too.
I have consented to limited restoration of Zola's experiments, under my supervision, of course. With the benefit of the knowledge found in our ancestral library, it is my hope he can control his baser instincts. And he claims to have thoughts as to how I might improve Adhesive X, a personal project I have labored on for some time. I am prepared to hear him out, though my expectations remain realistic.
Underground railway. That must be how they keep this place supplied.
Zola wanted my shield analyzed. This is where he'd do it.
Was ist... Contain the shield at your lives!
That's better. Felt naked without this.
Our excavations of the tunnels beneath the castle create the need for demolition and removal of heavy debris. To this end, I have perfected the first successful grafting of mechanical apparatus onto the human body. Using the cube, I have developed a pneumatic jackhammer arm and attached it to heavily augmented soldiers. A targeted lobotomy removes the traditional psychotic side effects, keeping these workers calm and pliable. It also results in a total removal of any compassion, making the subjects ideal for handling prisoners. We have outfitted them with riot shields for crowd control. This mingling of flesh and machine intrigues me. Perhaps the future of evolution lies not within, but outside of fragile forms. I may revisit some of my early experiments in mechanical design, explore the possibilities further.
My gear. Good, everything's still intact.
My poor foolish kitten. You can stay here. You're already too late. I took my favorite. He reminds me of a dog I used to have so much fun with.
Cap, don't. It's a trap.
I feel like talking. Lovely. Let's see what else you have.
He must have taken Dum Dum deeper inside. I don't find him soon.
Crush his balls!
The American, get in!
I am betrayed. Even as we perfected Adhesive X, that vermin Zola orchestrated an accident. A disaster meant to kill me. But while I am scarred for the remainder of my days, Zemo does not die so easily. I have given no indication that I realized the incident was anything but a misfortune. But my revenge shall be fearsome to behold.
Security codes for access doors have been updated. That Biontech note. Access to the cell blocks and labs is now as follows. Hotel Gamma 4, 2 Alpha Tango.
They've got them all right. Bucky's locked up in an adjoining wing. Just have to find the right door.
not pulling punches, sir!
According to the prison logs, Bucky's cell should be somewhere around here.
Matters are far graver than I realized. While I lay convalescing, Zola and the Skull have been methodically eliminating those of my forces most loyal to me, while tempting the others with rewards their common minds and base natures cannot resist. The balance of power has clearly shifted to them. I am trapped in a den of spiders, and my priority must now be to escape their web.
I'll bet my shield can disrupt those transformers. Wait a second. That lock mechanism looks pretty flimsy. I bet I could pop it with a little explosive putty.